Welcome to Keep Heading East. I'm Murray from the YSE Cookery School, and if you're joining us again, then welcome back. If you're joining this series for the first time, you've joined us in Brazil, which is a 23rd stop on our tour of global feasting. You can check out the main introduction to this series by clicking the on-screen link in the cards, or follow the link in the description to our free PDF cookbook with all the recipes that we'll be cooking in this series, or if you prefer a printed version, there's one available as well. Now, as is sometimes the case with a country's cuisine, cooking styles are derived from its geography and influences from its settlers. And Brazil's a great example of that. There isn't really a single national Brazilian cuisine, but more of an assortment of regional traditions and typical dishes. This diversity is linked to the origins of the people inhabiting each area, and Brazil's quite a melting pot. The cuisine of Bahia is heavily influenced by a mix of African, indigenous and Portuguese cuisines. There's plenty of chili sauces and palm oil used in the dishes. In the northern states, due to the abundance of forests and freshwater rivers, fish, fruits and cassava are staple foods. In the deep south, the influence shifts more towards traditions shared with its neighbours of Argentina and Uruguay. There's loads of meat-based products due to the region's livestock-based economy, and loads of barbecue. Barbecue's a really big tradition there. In general, root vegetables are quite commonly used. Fruits grow well in the tropical and subtropical conditions, and are also quite often used quite extensively, even in savoury cooking. Mangoes, papayas or pawpaws, guavas, pineapples, and those kind of things. Feijoada is probably the most commonly known dish in Brazilian cuisine, made with black beans and several kinds of meat, mainly from pork. I've included the recipe in our cookbook this week, and I've also linked to a video from All Recipes New Zealand, which gives a really good idea of what you should be aiming at. Now, many Brazilian dishes use rice or beans as a staple base ingredient, and because they are so widely available, and fairly filling and nutritious. The common meats that you generally find are beef, pork, and loads of different kinds of fish and seafood. Breakfasts are often fruit-based and really refreshing, and generally lunch is the main meal of the day, so it's the largest and the most filling. Now, up until the 1800s, sugar had been Brazil's main crop and main income generator. However, as the 20th century drew closer, coffee soon overtook sugar as the main export crop, transforming Brazil's economic status into a booming success. Hordes of Europeans relocated to this South American country for their piece of the action, and the country was able to expand its industrial reaches, having to move further inland to accommodate the ever-increasing kind of need for resources. Which brings me to another great recipe to come out of Brazil, the Caipirinha. It's a great cocktail made from cachaça, the Brazilian rum that's made from cane sugar, as opposed to molasses, which is usually used in rum production. Even though it's simple, there's a few ways to make a caipirinha, and I've linked to a couple of videos. The first is by Brian and Jason, a couple of professional idiots that will give you a good guide on the process. And the video's from 2016, and they made a reference to it being a great antidote for the Spanish flu, if only they knew. The other one is a quick clip of Anthony Bourdain ordering authentic caipirinha from a Brazilian guy selling them on the beach. Something for the weekend. So that's it for this stop on our Keep Heading East tour of global cuisine. I hope you've enjoyed it. Links are on screen now for the videos I mentioned earlier if you'd like to see a little more from the region. And remember, for our subscribers, there's a fantastic cookbook to accompany this series. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe and grab yourself a free PDF copy of our cookbook, or if you prefer a hard copy, the links are there as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon.